Good afternoon, dear friends. This is Gaurav Kalita. Hope everyone is doing well. So today we'll discuss about the learning theories, and today we'll discuss the first learning theory, that is classical conditioning theory. So let us check out what is classical conditioning theory. So classical conditioning theory is a learning theory developed by the Russian psychologist Ivan Pavlov. Okay, so the Russian psychologist Ivan Pavlov developed the classical conditioning theory. It's a learning theory, and he made an experiment on dogs and tried to establish a stimulus response connection. So now obviously a question may come into your mind that what is stimulus? Stimulus means what? Anything in the external environment which affect us, and response means how we behave or how we react to that stimulus. So suppose someone is giving you a kind of spicy food, and that spicy food will be termed as stimulus, and after having that spicy food or after eating that spicy food, what will be your probable reaction? Obviously you may seek water or even sweets. So that will be your response. So this is all about stimulus and response. Now let us discuss what was that particular experiment made by Ivan Pavlov on dogs. So Ivan Pavlov, he used to provide meat to the dogs, and whenever meat has been produced before the dog, obviously the dog salivates. As we all know that whenever meat has been produced to any dog, they will salivate. Okay, so what happened before conditioning? What Ivan Pavlov did, he provided meat to the dog. Initial stage, he provided meat to the dog, and in response the dog, what he did, he salivates. But whenever the meat was provided to the dog, at the same time a bell was rung by Ivan Pavlov, but there was no response from the dog at the initial stage. So what happened? Ivan Pavlov, he continues this activity for few days. What was the activity? The activity was providing of the meat, and it was followed by ringing of the bell. So it means what? Both providing of the meat and ringing of the bell was done at the same time or simultaneously, and what was the response of the dog? The dog salivates whenever meat has been produced to him, as well as whenever the bell was rung by Ivan Pavlov. So Ivan Pavlov, he continued this activity for few days regularly. Okay, so what was the outcome? Later what he did, Ivan Pavlov simply rang the bell without providing meat to the dog, but you see the dog, he responded by salivation. So you see how strange. Meat was not provided to the dog, but the dog salivates because ringing of the bell was done by Ivan Pavlov. So you see, now let us make a flashback. Initially when meat was provided to the dog salivates. Whenever bell was rang, the dog didn't give any response. Later what happened? It is done continuously, means both meat was provided to the dog and at the same time bell was rung by Ivan Pavlov, and the dog was responded by salivation. And the later stage, only bell was rung but meat was not provided to the dog, and the dog, he responded with salivation. Means the dog, he learned that my master provides me meat whenever bell has been rung. So that's why the dog, he came to know that if there is ringing of the bell, it means what? There is meat. So this is called classical conditioning learning theory. It's very interesting. So what happened? How it is applied in management? So in management, the classical conditioning theory has been applied in many ways. Basically it is applied by the supervisors while controlling the employees or while checking the attendance of employees. So suppose the supervisor in an organization, he make a continuous process of checking the attendance of employees at 10 a.m. in the office. So whenever employees will come to know that their supervisors regularly check their attendance at 10 a.m. in the morning, then the employees will try their best to reach by 10 a.m. in the morning. So what happens? Suppose if the supervisor becomes absent for 1 or 2 days, then it won't affect on the attendance of employees, because the employees, they become habitual of reaching before 10 a.m. because the supervisors, he used to check the attendance of employees at 10 a.m. So 1 day or 2 days of absence of that supervisors in that office won't affect on the attendance of employees. So this is all about classical conditioning theory. Hope you understood the thing, and the next class we will discuss about the operant conditioning theory. Hope it is clear to everyone. Thank you.